Hello YouTube and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Thank you very much for joining me in this video. You joined me at the station in New York City where there is not much in the way of activity. You can see one of the Macs driving by. Looks like it's missing wheels. Oh wait, no, the wheels are certainly there. For some reason it looks like that is missing wheels from a distance and it seems to be hopping in. Let's have a look. There's another Mac coming in around the corner. Let's see what that one looks like. No, it has wheels. Anyway, in New York City, there isn't much in the way of activity going on, but that is going to change because in this episode we are going to start making use of these two lines you see that are not connected to anything. We're going to be connecting up all the way to Newport News and then trying to bring it back the other way to McAllen, which sadly, though there are trains running past it, has no passenger station. So we're going to see if we can change that in this episode. So make sure you stay tuned and then get the rest of the ideas for where I want this line to go. It is the 24th of June 1911 and we have some places to break through. So we are going to be breaking through this side right here over on our way to Newport News. Let's go ahead and grab the standard track and see just where we're going and what we are going to be destroying. So there we go. That is our path of destruction, which actually is not too bad. And apparently we have electric tracks. Not at this point in time, thank you. There we go. Not at this point in time. But we might use electric tracks at some point. And let's just see what or where the tracks from Newport News could easily connect to these tracks over in New York. Right, all the way to New York. And it says bridge pillar collision and all other sorts of collision. It wants to basically take a journey right across the river, which is one of the silliest things I have ever seen. Or we could just tunnel under the river. No, that isn't going to happen either. Could we bridge higher up than it? No, that isn't going to happen either. Okay, that is certainly not happening. What I'm going to do is build a track that leaves like this. There we go. And over like this. Now, this has been updated. So this is now the updated version of Transport Fever 2. The reason I wasn't playing with the updated version is because when I tried to do the series with it, for some reason certain things were not working. I had tried the beta of it before and it was quite good, but unfortunately it just was not working all in all. Right, let's do something that follows the coastline or the river, the banks of the river. So let's follow along with the riverbank, like that. That. Go up like that. Back around there. That construction materials plant may come in handy. You never know. So we'll have to see about that. Now you're probably asking, why am I following the river line? What's the point? Honestly, there is no point. It just looks nice. And then over here, I shan't follow the river line all the way along, simply because I need to connect it up to New York. See what this does if we bring it all the way. And now you see that does something that I'm not particularly keen on. I'm not favourable of that particular style. That will do. all the way along there, and then this should be easy connection back up to the junction with Newport News. Newport News is quickly becoming an important station. What is the size of this station again? I actually do not know. Hold on, let me work this out. Each one of these, so that's 40, 80, 120, 160. It is a 160 meter station. So I think for now, how large are these trains? 120, 118. I think for now we are okay with 160 meters. We could always have a fifth carriage on these, and that would make not a very long train, but certainly a long train. So I will happily do this, and the future proofing is not quite there when it comes to this, but there we go. A signal there, a signal there. I think a signal set here would also be a good idea, as well as one signal right here before entering the train station. Oh, we probably should have a signal leaving the train station once we are done. So that is that section done along there. Now, the next thing we need to do is try and figure out why on earth that's all dark. Look, it's like a slate blue colour. Interesting. Anyway, we need to work out how we're going to get this around to there. Now, I think that this is the perfect spot to cut it through. However, we need to work out where the station could go in McAllen, because it is not just this particular route. I do not want to join just New York City with McAllen. I'm looking to join Reno with McAllen, and then join McAllen up to Baltimore, as well as have the New York City line go McAllen and then join up to I would say Springfield, but maybe that's a bad idea. Could I somehow manage to connect it to Springfield? I probably could if I did a lift over or something. So that all has to be taken into account. And I think to get it to Baltimore, I probably need to take it out this way somewhere, and then over this, and then across here, and then into Baltimore. To take it to Springfield, I need to take it out that way. To get it to Reno, I need to go that way, and I need it to go that way for New York City. So what we've ended up with is a very difficult situation. Okay. Let's think about this. Where is the train going to go? Clearly we can cross the track right here. So we go across there, shortest span across the river, right the way across. We're going to pop out here. We can run along the back of this, and then we've run into two depots. We could do an elevated station. If we did an elevated station, we can have it lift up and then over and then come back down, as well as loop around and then go to Baltimore. And from Reno, let's see, from Reno we would go up and then just... Okay, let's try an elevated station. That could be the title of this episode. How is an elevated station going to work? And where do I want it? I think the elevated station being here would be a good idea. So, let's take a train station into account. Let's try and lift it up. How do I lift up a train station? Apparently there used to be a way. I know there used to be a way to lift up a train station. Page up, page down? No. There did used to be a way, but I cannot find it anymore. Let's go ahead and do 120 meters, because I doubt we're going to have incredibly long trains here. Only 2 platforms because, well, we're going to have lines. We're going to have 2 lines coming in here, 2 platforms. That is all we need. I will have the station. I'll have the station this way. That is for sure. Like that. And then what I need to do is find a way to lift it up. And I think to do that, I will use the raise tool. Box. Rotate it slightly. That's terrible. Increase the brush size. And let's see what happens. This is costing me, but I have the money. I mean, that's a little bit bigger than I wanted, I'll be honest. That looks quite nice though, doesn't it? Anyway, no, let's focus. Flatten. That's the height I'm after. Okay, would the station fit on top of this? It does. There we go. And, oh no, I said I wanted it that way. And I'll do that. There's a station, nice and high up. I actually think I can lower that. a little bit, so I am going to. I will flatten the terrain. I'll lower the terrain a bit. How low can I go? There. That looks reasonable. And flatten at that level instead. It's probably more reasonable than it was before. I think that's better. That is better. And now let's try and stick the station in. I will do that. There we go. Then I can soften the terrain. Let's use this brush now. Soften the terrain all the way around it, because that's generally how you do things. You do not just leave a huge lump. Right, and let's see how the tracks work with this. Please be good. No. There we go. That is what I want. That is exactly what I am after. Different type of elevated station, but let's go. Absolute basic. We could even go for a new style track. Oh, that's horrible. Let's just go for the old stone ones. There we go. And then on this side, this is where it's going to get difficult. Bridge pillar collision. Please tell me there's a way to bypass this. Hang on. There. Is that doable? There has to be a way, right? It's come straight out of the engine shed onto the bridge. No. That's one. There we go. That looks okay. Okay, so I'm going to take that. Please tell me the other one fits. It does. Oh, fascinating. That's done something different. No, that's actually did something not quite what I was after. Bridge pillar collision. No, let's do that. Not too sure as to what's going to happen when I add the second, but okay, that seems to be alright-ish. I'm probably going to redo this, and now I can bring this down quite nicely, like so, and we could try and work our way right across the river for this. So now I think we need to join up from New York, so we'll go this way. I think we should probably keep that straight. This gives it enough space to turn at a fairly high speed. 65 miles per hour? Sure. 60 miles per hour. There we go. Right, what I do want to do is start lifting it up. That is going to bridge good. 60, and then we can join the next one, which is probably going to be 59 miles per hour. There it is. We are lifting up, which is good. Right. It's a bit too small. I need an... There it is. There's a bridge crossing that we can actually get something under. Or we just start lifting it up. And then as soon as we've got a clear bridge crossing, which is there, we have a clear bridge crossing, we just go ahead and keep this straight. There we go. Now what I need to do is just ensure that's up to there. So there we go. We've got places we can get boats through. That is not too bad. There we go. And then now this can come down instead. Okay, great. Let's follow this around the back of the oil well, just in case we need to use said oil well. Which side of the track am I on? That side. Okay, so because we're on that side of the track, I can cut this pretty close to there. And now, where is it when it connects? There it is. Little bit of an embankment, and then a bit of a cut. I like the grass that suddenly appears here. I'm going to take it just because I want that grass there. Even this, look at that. The grass that just appears. It's really nice. Right the way across. Over to here. No bridge collisions. No pillars. No terrain alignment. And there we go. That is not bad. That is not bad. Right. What I now... I'm not 100% keen on this bend, but it's okay. This isn't terrible. There is supposed to be form to these bridges, and there is very little in the way of form on this bridge. I mean, normally you can see the bridges tend to go almost parallel or perpendicular, sorry, to the river or the river bank. This one's just gone, no, I'm just going to go diagonally. Although this one does a similar thing. You can see that turn there is not unlike that turn there. Okay, anyway, we have now got our way up to McAllen. Now we have to work out how to connect McAllen to Reno. Just curious, what would I do? What would I do to connect McAllen to Reno? I would probably have to do quite a sharp corner like that. Keep it raised up, so do an S bend or something. It's possible. It is possible. Okay, from McAllen, we are going to look at... No, keep that. We're going to have it bridging all the way out. We're going to look at going towards where? Springfield to Baltimore. Springfield to Baltimore. I mean, we're going to have Newport News, New York City, McAllen. I think because New York City does not actually go to Baltimore, it has to go, you have to change trains at Concord. We should try to make it go to Baltimore. Plus, it means we have to mess around with this a little bit more, which is always good. Let's go ahead and extend Baltimore's stations. We are going to expand this platform. Sure, this platform. And these two tracks here. And then we are going to run 2 tracks out of here. Like that. They should be going lower down than this. No, they're identical. Okay, next up we need to figure out where from McAllen, where are we going? So I was thinking we bring it around here and then along this side, around the side of this mountain, keeping it fairly high up, and then over the top of this yard, coming back down and then joining up to Baltimore. That's my thinking. That sounds a little bit silly, if I'm honest now, but it could work. I'm also now thinking maybe I should have had the station on this side, which would have made it easier, because for Reno all I would have to do is that along there and then in there. Never mind. Right. Are you happy with this? Yes. That will do. 56 miles per hour, it's fine. I'm wondering if there's another way. I'm actually wondering if there is another way to do this. I think there might not be. What I want to do is try. Right, let's try this. Let's start with bridge pillar collision. Why not? You were fine a moment ago. There you go. See? Okay, let's start with that and then see what this says if I try to connect it here. What happens? Connects on that, goes across that, through that massive tunnel all the way through. Not completely terrible. Not completely terrible. I think there is some promise here. If I were to run this along here. Now, the only problem is that this is one huge viaduct. I could just do that. There's nothing wrong with building an embankment. See, I could just do that, and then, look, we tunnel straight through here. Okay, I'm actually going to go for this. And then we'll work it out as we go along. So we've tunneled straight through here, and now I can, there we go. That's the idea. I want to take it over the top of this one. If I can figure out how to do that. There. Straight over the top of it. And let's see. Like that. Maybe not quite like that. Somewhere where a bridge pillar collision does not exist. There we go. Like that. Okay. And then let me OK that, and then just connect this straight down to there. Again, not, I mean, we could, this is what we could do. Connect that up, say yes, OK. Then delete everything after this. And suddenly make it an embankment again. There we go. Okay, good. And also I'm just wondering what would happen if I did make this section here an embankment, because then it would sort of match this over here, and then what I could do is try and lift this side up the hill a bit. Yeah, see, that kind of starts working out in our favour. It starts making this look a little bit more realistic instead of just something sitting there. And what I could do, it's a long time since I've done something like this. Sort of paint this, maybe not that one. I know what I'm after. No. Rock. There, you see. It's the first time I've really done something like this. So it looks like it was built into this particular quarry, which I think looks quite good. Then I can just add some scree and a little bit of gravel just along here. There. What do you know? That actually makes that quarry. You can see that the quarry doesn't look like the quarry is just on its own. See, I could even just go, look, I'm going to raise this bit here like that. Obviously I'll smooth this out a little bit like that, but it gives the quarry a little bit more in the way of realism. Of course, I should have got rid of the plants first. Paint, rock. There you go. That's actually quite see, you're going along here and you actually feel like you're part of this particular quarry, which is that's pretty cool. Okay. So now that I've done that, let's go ahead and get the second part of it in. And see where it wants to go. it seems more than happy to continue along here. And along here all the way into... Well, that's just weird. What's happened there? This was supposed to connect that to that. And then this is supposed to connect this to there. Perfect. And there we go. Now we have a route from Newport News going up this way. Baltimore. And of course, this can end up going beyond Baltimore, wherever we want it to go. Theoretically, I could do Reno, McAllen, and then from here, turn it that way, connect up to there, and have it go to Norwalk, and then Concord, New York City back to... we could even do a circle line. There is a possibility for a circle line here. So we go down to Newport News, go New Haven, Reno, McAllen, Norwalk, Concord, Memphis, Clearwater, back to Newport News. It isn't a perfect circle because you would end up on wholly incorrect platforms and would need to do something there, but it might be possible. Might being the operative word. Anyway, after Baltimore, where do we want to go? From Baltimore, we should probably... I mean, we've already got the track going to New Orleans, so maybe we should go from here. We should peel off in this direction, try to join up to Port St. Lucie, which would be another interesting one, and have it end at Port St. Lucie. Where do the tracks go on this particular route? They go like that. So I could quite easily bring this inside and then just have this terminate there and then go back out another way. There's a lot to think about here. Let's just stop it at Baltimore for now. So let's just do this and... Too much curvature. There you go. Let's do that and that. We'll stick in the signal, of course, and let's stick in a few more signals. I'd love to have a signal up here. There you go. I think this is just... the reason I want a signal up here is I think if a train was stopped here, this is a fantastic viewing opportunity. Signal between the tunnels, one there and one there. And a signal on the entrance coming into the station on this side. A signal coming into the station on this side. And of course we do need signals leaving the station, letting us know that the tracks are clear in the opposite directions. We'll have a set of signals here, or a pair of signals should I say. We've got the signal there, so we'd have a signal here coming off the bridge, letting us know for us to be clear into the station. And we'll have a signal there, letting us know that we are clear to go across the entire bridge. Okay, that is looking okay. Now, we have a depot out here which can service this. But to have it service it, we need to finish off the track here first of all. That is probably not what we need because we do not need the crossover here. What I do need is, right, the train would go across there. This is what I need. And across there. Perfect. And I think with that, the entire track is ready all the way down. So let's go ahead and make the track itself. I think I've spent, what, 2.5 million? No, I think I've spent more than that. New line. FR. No, not FR. PARW. New Haven. It's not New Haven, it's Newport News. Why am I saying New Haven? Newport. I'm getting used to a new keyboard. News to Baltimore. There we go. Where is it? Perfect. We'll change the colour in a moment. We start at Newport News. We pop into New York City. We go over to McAllen. And then we stop at Baltimore. So it's only 4 stops on this route. But that is not bad at all. Thank you, autosave. There we go. Back into New York City. Now we need to just double check what is going on here. It was okay until we clicked McAllen again. What has happened? Right. Let's check the McAllen platforms. We want it on platform 2 on its way out, and on the way back we want platform 1. There we go. Could not connect all stations. Could not connect to New York City. Platform 3. That's because you want platform 4. There we go. And then that's right the way back up to Newport News into that platform. Perfect. Pink is not the kind of colour I'm looking for. Sky blue is probably not it either. I've got a green. Oh wait, no. That's actually... This one's trains are red, aren't they? So realistically, this should be a red line. I'm actually going to change the lines. Right, this one, the colour is going to be red. This one, the colour is going to be green, and we are going to be running green trains. There we go. Just double check the train colour. Like a bluey purple on this one. Yes. Reds on this one. Yes. And we'll have greens on this one. Now, we've got 2 options. We can either go for green and white, or we can go for green and not white. Let's have a look. Green and perhaps like a brownie colour. Let's see what is available to us. We have the 10-wheelers. We also have the Atlantics. I'm actually quite... I'm tempted to use an Atlantic instead of a 10-wheeler. This has more power but less tractive effort. This could be better for freight. So I might end up using this. This has got a better lifespan though. I think I'm going to use this as the hauler for our new route. No, 10-wheeler because it's going to be less, and I might start moving other ones to Atlantics. Okay, a greeny colour. Let's see, a bright green. No, I like this green. Sort of a apple green, maybe? Bottle green? I don't know. Now we had that, and if we look at that, that is not bad. However, I think we could go for... No, that's terrible. I think we could go for... No, that does not work either. I know what colour I'm after, and orange is not it. That colour. There you go. 3 of them. 60. Capacity of 60. I'm going to try that, and we're going to go for... How many stops do we have? We have 7 stops, so 7 trains. So back and forth. So there's always one train somewhere along the line. 7 stops, 7 trains. That seems to work for me. 41 million is what it is going to cost. They are there, and that is where I'm going to end this episode. I need to find a screenshot. I'm going to call this elevated railway because a significant amount of this railway is actually elevated. You can see that is a significant portion of the railway. That's, I would say, 40% of the line is elevated. So that is what I'm going to call this episode. Not elevated station, but elevated railway. I am also going to look at taking a screenshot right about here. So I really do like how this is looking. Draw crosshairs, no. There we go. Where would you... Why is the colour changing like that? There we go. It's just in the middle of nowhere. Let's go ahead and take that screenshot. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video, subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transports Fever 2, leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Please don't forget to support me on Patreon if you can do so. That's www.patreon.com/ecgadget. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. Also, you can find me on social media at ecgadgetlp for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I will see you guys next time in Transports Fever 2, where we will take a ride along on our new route from Newport News, got it right this time, to Baltimore and back. I'll see you guys then.